somewhere around 4, 8, 12, 16, somewhere around here. What's the time? So this is 4, 8, 12. No, it should be 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. So actually, this was the market open candle. So this was 4, 8, 12, 16, 18, 20. So for 20 straight hours, US30 has been buying quite nicely. We've been buying quite nicely. And the reason why we've been buying is because obviously the market came back to test previous low, and obviously market failed to break past the previous low. Once again, guys, I'm analyzing using my boy's laptop. So yeah, man. So I've been using his laptop. So obviously I did say to you guys that this boy trades like me. Super Duper Sia is his handle. Go check him out. Super Duper Sia.
Yo, my nigga.
Yo, my nigga. So Super Duper Sia is the boy that trades exactly like the doctor. So you really want to go check him out. He hosts frequent live sessions. So let me show you guys magic. So this is magic, right? So the market came, tested previous low, never really broke past that. So obviously, if the market doesn't really break past previous low, then we've got more confidence to actually hold our positions and actually kind of observe how the market can potentially behave around that level. And we can see that right now, the market really did not break past this low. Now, a lot of people were looking at this previous low. So I'm going to show you the dangers of actually focusing on counter trends, because then most people were looking at this general structure to say, okay, I'll be selling once US30 gets here. But I mean, US30 was only rejecting based on the liquidity pool that we had around this region. So the reason why that we had this pullback over there, like the reaction over there that happened in the afternoon, that was because this is a zone, this is a previous area. So you do know that when the market gets to a specific level and area, the market will sort of react around that zone. So this was purely a reaction. So this wasn't anything else but a reaction. But even that reaction helped us trend traders to understand what we really had around that level and region. So we're going to use the information we have of that zone to basically try and trace what the market is building to us. So what I normally teach people is that you really want to listen to what the market is saying to you. You're not going to be trading what you're thinking or what you're assuming, but you really want to trade what the structure is actually kind of printing to you, and that's when you'll start making money. The way to making money is you following what the market is basically telling you, and not what you're thinking, not what you're assuming, not what you're basically kind of thinking in your head, in your mind, or with your friends in a back room, and you are deciding that this thing is going to sell because you are seeing one. But listen to the market and look at what it's really giving you. If you look at the Junior yeah, man. If you look at the general picture, the general trend, you will understand that there is no ways that you will be selling on a buying market. The reason why US30 was selling last week was because US30 was actually resting. You know, like some of you guys are supposed to rest during this lockdown. US30 was also resting. It's allowed to rest. So it was resting and resting to a previous low. So now if you look at Fibonacci and you look at the concepts behind pushes and pauses, impulse and corrections, then you really are able to understand that from here to there, that was 100% push. And from there, we failed to break past that high. So now this high was an area and a level that we obviously kind of wanted to observe and monitor. And if you look at that area over there, that area was never really broken. So that this is you trading with understanding. Trading with understanding. You're not just doing things for the sake of doing things, but you really try to understand what the market is telling you so that you're able to trade towards the direction of what the market is telling you. So the market pushed from this point, the lowest point, to the highest point. There was 100% push. And now this is called 100% retracement. It didn't rest at the 38, it didn't rest at the 50, the 61 or the 71, but obviously rested on the 100%. So if we look at this in its essence and in its nature, we still have an extension that we have to actually fulfill. If you're one of my students, if you're one of the doctor's students, you will know that US30 still has to fulfill the C to the D leg. So right now we did get the A to the B and obviously the B to the C from now, we need the C to the D. So what we have over here is that the market is now pushing from the C to the D leg. And obviously the C to the D is from the 100% retracement, because market came back to test that previous leg's low. So obviously that was 100% retracement back into the low. From here, we need a decent push to the extension levels. Pull out your fibs, pull up in a photo, Audi. So from here, we do have this in mind. Let me just show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. A something. Okay. This one, 161. What is it? Okay, let's use this one to basically negative. So let's see how this sits. Okay. So from here, we do know that the market is gonna be going from the C. So this is the C to the D. So basically, if you look at this, right? So this is still a higher low. By the way, if you're my student, you'll understand that this is still fairly a higher low. So you won't really even panic once this happens. You're trading the C to the D leg. Guys, don't mind me. I just make piano. That's what we are going to trade. The C to the D, 100%, 100%. Why are my screens so apart? Let me just fix this quickly. There's something I don't understand here that I need to fix it. Yeah, 100% clean. It's a clean setup, boy. Clean boys worldwide. Happy Abu Dwayid. Happy Runa clean boys worldwide. Hey, but what do right now? Geruna Baba, Party Bamzans. I just need to fix something quickly. I just need to make sure that my station is neat. I'm a neat guy. You can see. I'm a neat guy. You can see that. So, 280 people on the live. That's beautiful. That's nice. That's clean, guys. That's clean. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for always being on Doctor's Live. Dogotela, come on, lead song. Okay. Let's see. Can I trade on these? I'm not answering broker questions, man. There's no broker that pays me to promote them. The guy I'm with, his handle, Super Duper Seer. Just go to Super Duper Seer, you'll see him. So yeah, this is what we have. So you obviously understand that we're trading the C to the D leg, even if our C actually got extended to the 100%. So we're trading the C to the D leg. So the target on US30 is 31,005. 31,500 is the next possible target. So remember me on your way to 31,500. I want you to remember me to 31,500. So now, between our journey from here to 31,500, there's a lot that we can learn from here to there. There's a lot that we can do to basically catch that move towards the upside. So now remember that the market will be creating highs and lows as it's busy traveling to 31,500. So 31,500 is a level that I'm looking at for buys, particularly because our pullback, or rather our correction move from the impulse actually came back to the 100%. This is too much to take it. You will need to take mentorship. If you don't know this, you will need to take my course. I'm telling you, take the doctor's course. You will not regret it. I promise you. There's no one that has ever taken my course and regretted it. In the history of Forex trading, I'm telling you, no one. No one. We are buying. No one. Happy that man who pay you. I paid him. That man. I paid him. That man who paid him. If you guys attended Sia's live last night, you will know that this guy is too much. No jokes, guys. No jokes. So let's look at what we can potentially learn from where we are and what we can catch Am I allowed to disagree with this setup? 100% you're allowed. So I'll show you what I think and where I think US30 can actually potentially go into. And I'll show you what you can do to basically catch this move towards 31,500. The reason why also I am saying that US30 is going to 31,005 is because right now, so 3100, first of all, break past 31, go to 31.5. So I will show you why I'm saying this, right? So right now, this is what we have on the markets. So this is what we have on this chart. This is what we have on this chart, Moon. I need to take screenshots as a proof that I was live. Jokes. Okay, let's go back into the charts and let's see. Let's go back into the charts. Let's see. Let's see what we have. Let's see what it is that we have here. So how do we remove this? How do we remove this? Okay, let's do this. So now this is what we have. So this thing, if you look at this from a bigger scale, so if you look at this from a bigger scale, this is what we have from a bigger scale of things. So now I'm expanding your mind. I'm expanding your mind to seeing something different, all right? So from here we had a low. So market came around here. I hope you guys can see this. From here we had a push to the upside, all right? And from there we had a high over here. And then, so I'll treat this high like as one thing, and then we had a push back into that low. And then from here, we had a low. So from here, we are pushing back up to the same level. We understand? We understand, I see. Why bona we talk? Why bona dideng man? Why bona dideng man? So if you look at this setup in its essence, let me just copy and paste it man. Hore retlo mona grand. Wa bona. Har mone pila daman jo. Har mone pila daman. Har mone pila. This is technical analysis 101, Clement.
By the way, I was very bearish on this stuff.
I know you were very bearish. I know you were very bearish, but remember that we don't get married to a trade, again. We don't get married to a trade. We don't get married to a trade. Happy Munagi Ashi results, holding. More signals group, woman, I understand. Holding, Clement.
The
celebrity muna mo grupung ashi Josiah mun uteng mo grupung haber Genesis ardlali hle. So obviously the next possible target for US30 is here. So the reason why I'm saying this is if you look at the bigger scale of things, so US30 went up, came back down, from down it's back up. So if you look at this move, like we are in a box, some sort of a box. If you really expand your eyes, like just try and expand your eyes, try and expand your eyes. This is the 4-hour time frame on US30 for the guys who are asking. This is the H4. So expand your eyes, try to see this. The market went down, went up, came back down to test that previous support level. From here, we're going back up. So obviously support and resistance, like the same thing that happened here, but on a bigger scale. Again, so let's check this. But on a bigger scale now. So went up, came down, went up, came down, went up, came down, went up. From here, established the high, and then from there we broke out, came back to retest, went back to that support. So this now, in its bigger scale. So what was happening here? Now look at it from a bigger scale. So zoom in and then zoom out. In and out. So this is in and out. So let's look at the other structure of US30 and let's try and understand what we have here. So right now we do have this market pushing from there to there, from there back to this low. So we are clearly rejecting on the lows on US30. And if you look at this general picture, you can see that we're actually moving around this area. So US30 is currently stuck between the levels of 29,900 and 31,300. So 31,300, 31,500 is where we are. 31,300, 31,400, 29,900, 29,800, that's where we're at. So US30 is trapped within these ranges for now. So right now, if you really try to look at this and really try to expand your mind and try to be open-minded about this, you'll see what I'm talking about. Remember that the market establishes a price, and once that price is not broken, then we know that this thing will not go past that level, all right? So what we do have here is that the market rejected again at that current price that was established around here. It's rejecting again for a buy. So what we do have here is we did have a low over here. So this was our low on US30 over here. This was our low, you see. This was our low on US30. And then the market created a lower low. From here, we came and popped above this low. So what we can potentially see from here, this is what I will expect on the smaller time frame now. This is what I will expect on the smaller time frame. What I will expect is that now the market is clearly now giving us signs of a bullish move on the smaller time frame. If you then drag this to there, you'll see why US30 pulled back into that level, because we were testing these lows again. And if you really try to see what's going on right now, you will see that this market popped above, came back and retested this level for us to actually now start buying. From here, we retested that level. From that level, what I am expecting is that the market will go up. Now again, if I move this area, this range, this level back to that level, remember that this is an area from the H4, so I can't really remove it, because that's also a psychological level that I'm actually kind of observing. So the market can potentially pull back into this level. Now, why are we pulling back into that level? That's a previous high area. Remember that the market cannot continue pushing up unless we come back and test the previous high. So what I will expect is that the market will come back, maybe push up to that point, and then pull back to this area and then start going up. If you look at this will be a low. We do have a low over there, and now that other low will be formed around there, potentially an inverse head and shoulder type of a situation. That's what I'm now looking at. That's what I'm observing. That's what I'm monitoring. I'm observing buys, particularly because also now structure has shown signs of a bullish move. I will add Kels on the live, and Kels will give us her own bias as well. I mean, we're all allowed to have a bias, you know. So I'll give her, I'll add her on the live, and she will explain her bias as well. But for me, I am very much bullish on US30, and that comes with you know, the understanding of structure that I can see right now, and how I'm able to see everything else that's happening. So the next possible resistance that we have right now in US30 clearly is around there. So that's the next area of liquidity that we can clearly see on US30, somewhere around there. So there's nothing in between. US30 has currently popped above resistance / support. The next thing that we have is that resistance. From there, I will expect reaction again, same way we did react over there. I will expect reaction over there. From that level, I will be actually expecting the market to pull back to around that liquidity pool. Remember that this is where they pull liquidity before they can actually start buying. From here, I will be looking and monitoring for this thing to actually start giving us possible buying opportunities from around here. So ideally speaking, I do know for a fact that US30 is coming to 30,450 / 30,500. That is our second TP on the group. The first TP was hit on the group. We are currently holding buys on this market. So I did post that on my timeline. You can go check it out to double check if I did post on the group, or am I just flexing on the gram and making it seem like I send signals when I don't send. I actually did send this to my group as well. So people are eating from this setup. That's the next possible zone that we have. From here, I do see this thing pulling back, reacting also from that level. Again, it will all depend on the momentum we have of the market. If we do break above that level, US30 will not come back here, unfortunately. But if we do react around there, then I do look at that H4 level and region for possible reactions before we can start seeing bullish continuations on US30. However, the doctor is very much bullish on US30. The doctor is very much bullish on US30, and I am currently within these trades with my whole group. We are in these trades, you see. So I did take out a buy on US30. It's moving quite nice. The position holding around about 2,000 right now. It's pushing quite nicely and beautifully. So US30 can come back, pull back into this level once we hit these highs over there. But for now, I do still see bullish continuations to the upside. So I will give Keleto a chance to come and explain her bias as well. I mean, this is beautiful, because then as we are analyzing, there's certain elements that we are also sharing on the live that most people are probably going to learn from. So let's take Geleto. Geleto, please send that.